One thing I know that I experienced when I had lost weight was where people would say, they go, "You've changed."
Can weight loss lead to changes in personality?
Yes, it can lead to changes in your personality, and I think the reality is, and I don't know how this might sound to people, but it has to change your personality. There's no way of permanently losing weight without your personality changing. I mean, if someone's personality is the one where they sort of tend to be quite lazy, or they not do much physical activity, and they go out to eat a lot, it's part of how they live their life, that's their lifestyle. All those things have to change, really. One thing I know that I experienced when I had lost weight was where people would say, they go, "You've changed." And when people hear that, it's got a negative tone to it, and they were being judgmental, I guess, at the time. And it did cut me. I did have a negative reaction, emotional reaction to it. But I mean, the fact is, you have to change. It did actually take me some time to come to terms with that, and I fought that. Like, I tried to be like, I don't want to be different, and people liked me the way I was. And the thing is, my personality at the time, where I was overcompensating for being fat by being funny. So I was the fat and happy and out there clown. That was how I got attention. That was how I got love. That's how I got acceptance. When I had lost weight, I mean, I was taking myself more seriously. When I take myself and I take life more seriously, I'm not the same careless clown. But the thing is, that was tough, I guess, for people to deal with in the sense, because I was acting differently. And that was the thing, I had to come to terms with that I had to, in the end, and I did struggle with it for a while and tried to go back to being that kind of clown. But then being a careless clown, it just meant that I wasn't caring as much, about myself and about my health and my weight. I think it's a natural effect of you taking yourself and life more seriously and your future more seriously, that you start to care more about things, and that's good, and you can't not, if you're being serious about continuing what you need to do to keep managing your weight and your health. It can be a bit jarring for people in your life, in a sense, because now they don't know how to treat you. Are you the same? Are you not the same? And you're not the same. So things change, your relationships change. And if they don't, if you're doing the same things in your life and you've got the same interactions in your life, then, I don't know how you could expect that things could be different and ongoingly different if you're just, everything's, the way you relate to people, the way you relate to yourself, the way that you are is just exactly the same. You're just thinner. That's not taking this project seriously. It's not being realistic. The fact is, if your body is different, you are different. The way your body looks is a result of the way you live and the way you think, and the way you act and the way you feel. Your motivations, your drives, everything changes, but it's for the better, and that's the thing. You shouldn't, if you're the same as you were 10 years ago, well, what are you doing? Why are you exactly the same? That's sad. You haven't changed in 10 years? What's wrong? You should have grown, you should have evolved. Like, if someone says that, now I take it as a compliment. Someone says, "Oh, you've changed." It's like, well, good, I should have, right? So if someone comes to you and says, "Oh, you're exactly the same. 10 years, 20 years ago, you act exactly the same." It's like, all right, well, hopefully I've grown. Hopefully I've developed aspects of myself that, fine-tune myself over time. Hopefully,